What up, fellas? Welcome back to the channel, man. I figured I had to make this video because I get people in the streams all the time asking me how to go 12-0. And I want to help you guys out because honestly, I struggled this month more than I should have. However, I did go through the guard squads and the sweaties and the street snipers, so that made it a little bit tougher, but still, there's no excuse. I got the job done, and I'm going to show you how I did it, man. I'm going to show you a couple of the mistakes that I was making and why I was struggling even more to get my 12-0. And a lot of it had to do with overthinking. And I'm going to show you some of the settings that I was messing up on that I feel honestly made a difference. And also a couple of things with the lineup that you might want to take into consideration. Obviously got the Julius. Erving, this is actually a really good card. I don't know if he's going to make, you know, the God Squad or other people's God Squads for that matter, but I do think it's a good Galaxy Opal, and if you've gone 12-0 every month, you might as well go for him and, you know, get this card in your collection. Alright, so first things first, man. This right here is the lineup that I went 12-0 with. It is not your typical lineup. A couple of things here might stand out. Number one being the fact that I have Rashard Lewis in my starting lineup. Most people I faced had Pink Diamond Giannis at this position, and it obviously makes sense because he's going to be able to rebound, run the floor, outrun most power forwards, so this is just a standard. However, I opted into not having Giannis whatsoever in my lineup. Now you're asking yourself why. Well, the answer is very simple, man, and it's the same reason I got rid of my Ben Simmons, which I'll touch base on that just in just a second. Pink Diamond Giannis Antetokounmpo, man, although he's one of the best cards in the game, easily top 3, he's unable to stretch the floor consistently, and that's why I have Rashard Lewis. Does it have to be Rashard? No, it could be Lamar Odom, which he's coming off the bench for me. It could be the Bill Russell that just came out with a 93 ball. It could be any other card. It doesn't have to be Rashard Lewis. I just threw him in the lineup and he happened to get the job done for me. I'm not saying that my lineup is going to work for every single person watching this video because that's just not the case. But I'm telling you that with my play style, what I like to do is to have 5 threats from the perimeter. That means every single player on the floor at any given time has the ability to make the 3 ball. I'm not saying Giannis can't make 3s. Giannis could make 3s. Just want somebody that can hit them more consistently. Ben Simmons, man, he's a great card. A really good diamond, obviously overpowering, a rim running beast. Does not make the 3 ball. There was times in the previous runs that I was doing where he would be wide open and it was a liability. I opted into selling the card, getting my MT, and building a different team. That's how I was able to do it. So if you're running Ben Simmons and you're unable to go 12-0, try not using Ben Simmons. It might make a difference. Last thing I want to make sure you guys know about the lineup is that you need one of these big overpowering centers in your team. Is a must. So Yao Ming, George Murson, Taco Fall, one of those players, because people run these cards and they abuse the post. If you're getting posted up because you're running Chris Bosh at a certain point in the game and you're giving up back-to-back offensive rebounds, or you're just getting posted up and it's non-stop post hooks and you can't stop it, you need to have a card like this to be able to balance out that offense that's being thrown at you. So you need one of these cards. Bottom line is, if you run into a player that knows how to abuse the post, the best thing that you can have is one of these players yourself to maybe just balance out the fact that you're getting posted up every other play. Alright guys, since I want to give you guys as many details as possible, the coach that I was using was Terry Stotts. I don't know how much of this really matters, how much you guys care about this, but I figured I'd include it. I went 12-0 with Terry Stotts this month. So yeah, that's the coach. I'm not gonna leave anything out. So Magic Playbook is the playbook that I've been using for the past month and a half, maybe 2 months already. In this video, I'm actually gonna hop into domination and show you 3 plays, the only 3 plays that I run ever, to beat the off ball or just to somewhat get a 5 out for spacing. I'm gonna show you how the Magic Playbook does that. I'm gonna show you how to do it in your settings, how to implement it, how to run them. Okay, this should help you to beat some of the off-ball that you're going to encounter in your 12-0 runs. Alright guys, so I just hopped in a domination game here just to show you a couple of things that you need to know. So, first things first, you're going to want to go to game plan, defensive settings. This is going to be major key that you understand what this means. So, you're going to go to on-ball pressure and put it on tight. Off-ball pressure, put it on tight. Alright? I'm going to show you the #1 mistake that I was making. And this is based on me trying to use the help defense strategy when I get beat. All right, so when you scroll all the way to the bottom of the defensive settings, you're gonna have the screen help and the drive help. Right now it's on automatic. You're gonna want to leave it on automatic. All right, what I was doing and what I had done for my previous 12-0s was this right here: no help, no help. All right, guys, so the main issue with this setting right here, when you have no help on the drive and on the screen helps, is that if I manually switch, let's say from the on-ball defender, let's say Gilbert Arenas at the point, to the center, because Gilbert Arenas gets beat on the drive, there's going to be a delay. But not only that, my center is going to feel somewhat attached to the center on the opposing team. And that's a problem, because a lot of the times I'm trying to go for that chase down block, or I'm trying to, you know, just meet my opponent at the rim and make him kick out back to his center on the pick and fade. But since there's that delay, since this setting is kind of preventing me from doing that in a way, and trust me, if you take it off, you're gonna feel the difference. Unless you're a professional player and you know 100% what you're doing with your settings, don't touch this right here. Just don't touch it. Leave it on automatic, because it 100% was messing me up. So that's really basic. That's the defensive settings. Just tight and tight on the on ball and off ball. Nothing else. Everything else is just automatic. Don't touch. Leave as is. All right, so here we go, man. Offensive settings, and this is where the magic playbook or whatever playbook you like running is gonna come into play. So first things first, go to play selection down here. You're gonna leave this untouched. You always want to have the quick ISO option. It's just a good thing to have. You call for the quick ISO, then you call a screen, and you get some spacing. Don't touch this. Quick ISO, you're always gonna want to have that on any playbook, any set. You gotta have an isolation play. Don't touch this. Go down to floppy. You're gonna replace this, and then the #1 play that I have is this loop 5 rip. I don't really run it often, but I'll still show you guys how it works. Go down to the motion, and I replace it. And this is my #1 money play this year on 2K. I just love it. It's the punch 21 delay. It does a couple of things, and I'll show you right now exactly what it does. And lastly, on the passing screen away, I go down to 5 out, fist 5 out 11. Select that. You're good to go. Now, some people are going to tell you to go to your coach settings and turn the adaptive coach engine off. You can leave that, put it on off, or you don't have to touch it. Honestly, on my 12-0, I stopped touching this setting. It didn't matter. The one time you're going to feel the adaptive coach engine kick in is at the end of the game. If it's a close game, the CPU is going to put you in a full court press. That's really when you're going to feel this right here. Coaching sliders. Typically, I would put this at 0. I stopped doing that bullshit because I noticed that I get beat a lot when I on-ball defense, which I do a lot of on-ball defense. But if you have to help defense on 0, you're not gonna be able to recover, bro. All right, your center's gonna get beat every time. Even if you switch to him, you're not gonna get that chase down block because you have no fucking help defense on your settings. Don't touch this. Leave it as is. All right, fellas. So first things first, man. I'm gonna show you guys just a little play right here. So hit L1 to bring out your plays. So you're gonna go to the punch loop 5 rip, right? So this play right here, it's just like a cross play. You're gonna see he don't move across. There's a screen, and then you get a shot. That's just what it is right there. That's the play. If you let the play develop correctly, you might spread out and you might get a 3 off of it, okay? All right, guys, so here we go, man. I'm gonna show you guys my favorite play to run this year to beat the off ball, man. We got Gilbert Arenas, the shooting guard, aka James Harden, is gonna set a screen over here. You gotta go behind him, so check this out. You go around the screen, and it's literally a blow by to the rim. Gilbert Arenas, right there, the help defense came over. We still made the shot. You're gonna be able to get around that screen, and most of the time is a baseline dunk. Easy. I'm gonna show you how to punch 21 delay now. It's gonna give you a wide open 3-pointer. It's not gonna look too open because I have Dirk Nowtizki setting the screen. He doesn't set the best screen. So you come around right here, James Harden comes, and then you're open 99% of the time. You're gonna get that look right there. Most of the time it will be a 3-pointer. All right, so that right there is the 2 options on a 21 delay. You're gonna go around the screen and literally just get the baseline drive for a wide open dunk more than half of the time, or you're gonna kick back out to the shooting guard and get yourself a wide open 3 at the top off of the center setting the screen. Now I'm gonna show you guys why I like running the fist 5 out 11 here instead of doing a Hawks freelance or the Bucks playbook for your 5 out. So all I gotta do is L1, and I'm already in a 5 out. It's a fist 5 out 11. It's not the best spacing, but look at the guys on the floor. It's just It's pretty basic, alright? So it's just L1, L1. If you set it up the way that I set it up in the order or sequence that I set up my plays, all you got to do when you're coming down the floor is hit L1 2 times and you're automatically going to go into a 5-out. Alright guys, so here we go, man. Again, really basic. L1, L1. I'm already in a 5-out right here. And look at the spacing on the floor. See, it's just everyone is on the perimeter. Now, I want to make this clear just so you guys understand this is not the ideal 5-out that people run, okay? Ideally, you want your centers, your bigs in the corners. So this play right here is really not the ideal 5-out, but it does get the job done. And I just like how easy it is for me to bring it up, okay? It's my favorite thing about the play. I'm gonna show you again. L1, L1. Hit the corner. I'm just sitting open every single play, okay? Alright fellas, so this is the last thing right here, man. When you go down to your options, your controller settings, we're talking about the shot meter. This right here, man, do it based on your preference, what you enjoy. If you like having the shot meter on, guess what? Find the shot meter you like, whether it's, you know, by your hands, by your feet, it doesn't matter. Just find one that works for you. Me personally, I like playing with the shot meter off. I've gotten used to it, and you know, if there is a boost window for the greens, I'll take that boost. It's just, regardless, I've already gotten used to playing with the shot meter off, and it's just, it is what it is. But what I recommend is that if you feel more comfortable playing with the shot meter on, just play with the shot meter on. I honestly don't think people are getting penalized for having it on. A lot of the players that I faced had the shot meter on, and they were greening left and right when they were getting the open looks. So honestly, even though you might get a boost for having the shot meter off, you can still shoot lights out with the shot meter on. Alright fellas, so last things here, man. Just so you guys fully understand that you don't need Ben Simmons or Giannis in your lineup to get the job done. And you can face those cards and still beat players that are running those cards, right? I was running Gilbert Arenas without him being evo'd. If you know what this means, is that his defense is absolute trash. He almost has no defensive badges. Like, I haven't evo'd the card, and he was my starting point guard the whole time. Same thing goes for Rashawn Lewis, man. He is not a great defender. You definitely rather have Giannis, but I opted into having that, you know, perimeter shooting. So you don't need these completely overpowering cards. I'm not saying Gilbert is not OP. Gilbert is definitely OP offensively, but his defense, very suspect. And that about wraps it up, fellas. I don't even know what else to tell you guys. I showed you the playbook, how to run the plays, what settings I ran, the cards that I used, how to get the job done without necessarily having, you know, the super expensive cards, or you don't even have to invest the time for the pink diamond Giannis to get the job done. If you have any specific questions that I didn't answer, obviously just go down into the comment section. I'll try to answer them. If not, I live stream every single day, so you can just come into the streams and ask me whatever specific question you do have. I also want to put this out there, guys. I am more to the casual side of the 2K players in the community. I don't consider myself competitive at all. I'm a competitive person. I rage, I complain, I approach the game in a competitive manner, but I'm not competitive with my play style. It's just, I don't run zones, I don't off ball heavily, I don't do the things that make the top players super successful. I'm not that guy. So all of the tips I'm giving you guys are based on what works for me, and if it could somehow help you guys, I just want to put it out there for you guys to have, you know, at your disposal. It's just what it is. I'm fully aware that a lot of you guys watching this video right here go 12-0 way easier than I did. So this video is 100% to help out the people that are just struggling and going through it right now and might need just a couple of tips, a couple of pointers that I felt helped me out and improved my game to be able to go 12-0 this month and, you know, get me that Dirk Nowitzki, that Julius Erving. For the people looking at the Hakeem Olajuwon and thinking this card is the greatest thing out, it's really not. You don't need a pink diamond Hakeem Olajuwon. You don't need a Galaxy Opal David Robinson, which I do have in my collection, and he did not play a single game to go for my 12-0. It's just, I wasn't performing with him, so guess what? He didn't make the lineup. You don't need these insanely good centers. As long as you have a solid centerpiece, you can get the job done. Pick up the Diamond Anthony Davis. You can pick up the Joel Embiid. Shit, you might be able to pick up the Karl Anthony Towns. All of those cards, they could get the job done. Alright, fellas, that's gonna be the end of the video, man. Hopefully, I was able to help some of you guys out, man. Like I said, if you have any questions, go down into the comment section. let me know. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. If you are new to the channel, man, we're on this grind. 25,000 subs. Would love to have you guys as subscribers if you're new. I'm gonna catch you on the next one, man. It's your boy Dcentric. I'm checking out.